So in Agile, we need to know just few terminologies. Those are just will quickly complete it in 10 minutes, so that you will understand when I am speaking about requirements and manual testing, like basic stuff, something which is needed for interview purpose. Okay. So first we need to know, how the plan is, project plan. Suppose if project is going to get start, okay, if any of the company, if project is going to start, then first, uh, like we will not be, we will be knowing when it comes to, like, when they assign to us. So when they assign to us, in the sense it's already, uh, they have done background work, everything, and it comes to us to start the project as a team members. So when it comes to us team members, the project will start with, okay, first project planning. That will, they may involve us, they may not involve us, okay, but they will just tell us this is a plan, this is the time period which we are going to complete this. If they have some deadline, something, if no, uh, they will not say anything, because it's a continuous project, and we are not sure how many days it is, because in Agile we are not sure, obviously. So we may know, we may not know the deadlines of in Agile. Okay, as a team member, also as a team lead, also. Okay, so so Agile starts from now. The first one is, uh, it start with backlog grooming, because in this backlog grooming meeting, okay, this is a meeting name, okay, everywhere this is called in this only, okay, backlog grooming or refinement meeting, they call refinement also. Not sure about refinement, okay, keep it backlog grooming. So backlog grooming meeting, we discuss just a simple, we like we discuss about requirements, and everyone should understand the requirements, the all the team members, okay, and to develop these requirements, all information should be available. That will be information will be tracked, or we can say, um, maintained in the Jira terminology. Maybe you are following it, just try to learn the terminology, that's it. We will complete in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, is it anyone having query here? Just we will maintain the Jira here. Who all attends, that also we need to understand, who all attends this meeting. Normally in the interviews they check actually. There are one guy who is Scrum Master. Okay. He is the one who handles the meeting. He schedules all the meetings. Okay, he will be there. Devs plus QA plus is BA. It's called we call business analyst. Okay, so these are the people who will be there and who will explain us is BA about the requirements. We are not going to just we are going to focus like whether we have complete information or not. For testing, that we try to check. Are there any challenges will be there to test some user story which is explaining by BA. Okay, BA explains as a QA what we check of testing. Suppose if this is something requirement is downloading files, suppose. Okay, so we think that okay some challenge is there. Okay, we don't know which method is going to work. Okay, such kind of thing we need to see feasibility testing. So I will tell you why we are going to do feasibility testing. Means we need to we are going to uh, like um, feasibility testing in sense just we need to think ourselves whether it can be automated or not. I mean to say. So that we will see. And one more thing, test data side, we need to get the information where I can get and who is the contact person. If there are some conditions like bank account should be having more than 5 lakhs, bank account should be opened greater than 1980, something, some conditions if there, such kind of conditions we need to understand. Okay, so this information where I can get data because before starting sprint itself or we can say project itself, okay, there is a first sprint is going to start suppose from next Monday suppose. Okay, in these 2 3 days I need to follow up about the test data with the people, okay, with the respective persons, because there will be multiple teams which we may need to contact some other teams, dependency will be there. So that one, okay, where I can get this data, that we need to focus as a QA. Okay. Any question here about this? Just simple. Okay, backlog grooming maintenance, understanding the requirements, there BI will explain the requirements. That ourselves what we do, we need to check, okay, by ourselves first. Okay, is there any test data needed first? Suppose user creation is there, suppose if it is user creation just we fill the mandatory build, that's it. So we don't need test data there, such kind of scenarios. Okay, there may be some scenarios which we need, that we need to in this meeting we are going to check. Okay, and this happens for every sprint 1 or 2 times. Normally in my project it is happening 2 times. Okay, 2 times for every sprint, because they will be explaining next to sprint user stories. Next sprint user stories they explains us. So they need to make it understand for all the people, they take 2 sessions in 2 weeks. Okay, so that's it about backlog grooming meeting. Anyone having query here?
Hari,
Yeah.
so product owner will also be part of this meeting, or how is it?
Yeah. Few places product owner and business analyst both of them will be same sometimes. Yeah, he will be there
Okay.
if he is going to be there in the project.
And writing the stories will be task of BA or product owner, just to confirm.
Hmm, it will be product owner will write actually,
Okay.
because uh, like BA just gets the requirements. Like project to project it varies. Uh, it's no problem actually if we say business analyst or product owner. Okay, it's understanding between those two people how they will be managing it. But
Okay.
in my project, BA is writing actually.
Okay. Okay.
So try to make it as a BA only. Okay, keep it BA
Okay.
only. This is because product owner just gets the mapping sheets. Suppose if it is a back end and front end mapping is there, so that such kind of things they do.
Mhm.
Uh, so make it BA only. BA will get the and write the tasks.
Okay. Okay.
Tasks kind of like scenarios or acceptance criteria, which we say that we will discuss in next sessions, in
Okay.
next lines.
Okay.
What all things will be maintained in Jira. Okay, so just backlog grooming. That's it. Here, these people, and this is our role here. So backlog grooming meeting happens here. For feature stories, we are going to discuss here. Okay, not current sprint stories. Feature sprint stories, the experiences which we are going to take for next sprint. Suppose if it is a starting new project, this will be done in 2 3 days or 1 week before itself. Okay, all the people will be gathered before starting itself. If you are in some other project also, you might need to spend 1 hour. That's it. Okay, feature sprint stories, the experiences. Okay, so that is one. Okay, next one. Okay, in here, no managers, no team leads, nothing in the if project is in Agile. Okay, just there will be one role will be there, but there is no much authority for the people actually. Whatever the position they are, okay, they are also part in the every meeting they need to attend, and if some suppose if tech lead is there, okay, technology lead for project, suppose a dev lead, suppose development lead, he also need to work and he also need to get information whatever needed for the developers. And sometimes if so many things are there to complete for the developers, he also need to contribute, he also need to develop. Okay, so it's not like I am the tech lead, I will not work like this. Okay, everyone has to contribute for that's why productivity is very good in agile process. That is a main advantage. And the communication between all the team members will be good. Why agile process? If they someone asks, okay, why we like what is the process, which project management structure you will follow, and why, if someone asks, okay, agile process is the best one compared to other processes which are there. Okay, productivity, and first one we can say communication between all the team members will be very good. And there is no mismatch with anyone. Okay, because every day we meet and we try to uh, discuss everything. Communication and productivity in a process. Okay, we will have everyday work and deadlines. We need to say tomorrow I will complete, or today I will complete, today end of the day I will submit. This kind of deadlines will be there for QAR developers. Okay, so that's why everyone will have deadlines and everyone will have challenges in the agile process. It's not so much easy. Okay, few days it may be like, if normal work is there, fine. If somewhere you blocked, suppose, okay, so we might need some others help, and that we need to bring up in our meetings. Okay, okay, so sprint planning is that. And This happens 2 times and before the project, okay, start. Okay, project starts, suppose Monday is going to start, project starting suppose, okay, this Monday. Okay, Friday itself happens or Monday morning it happens, it's up to them because as a first one Monday morning it will be started with the sprint planning. Here what happens, here what happens is uh, like which requirements are have high priorities to complete it. This will be decided by BA and he will ask us to ask to developer, okay, I mean to say he will ask developers to pick this list of user stories. So these priorities, here also all the people will be involved in these, okay. So this is sprint planning, okay, and priorities will be discussed and what will be discussed, okay. And suppose if something about first sprint is fine, but normally suppose if I am in sixth sprint, I am in 10th sprint, suppose that time we discuss is there any release and which stories are going to in which releases and how to which one need to be completed early, that comes in the priority list actually. So main thing is this one, okay, priorities will be defined and because we understood all the requirements here, so here priorities will be defined and like who some places who will pick some user stories, that also will decide there itself, but it's okay. And there is a sprint planning, one more thing is there that I will tell, that is like giving story points or story points we say, that will happen here itself, that I will tell you. Okay, so here priorities, that's it. Any question here? And this happens for every sprint once, okay. Process we need to understand, okay, because suppose if I want to uh, start some project or do something at least 10% of the project suppose, okay, in this way if we do you will not forget, okay, like making you to understand requirements and making you to understand these terminology, so it will be easy for you. For every sprint it happens once, okay, because sprint planning will be done only once, right, anything. So but this will happen first day or before itself if it happens, if suppose Jira is there, we will not start the sprint, but just they will keep all things ready, okay. Okay, so okay, whoever are working they might be following and they understood, but whoever are not working they were not, may not be knowing the terminology also. Just if you have any queries ask me after the session, if you have anything also, no problem, okay. If you have any query you can ask here, no problem, okay. Whoever are working maybe they are following process but may not be knowing the terminology properly, okay. Because earlier to this my current project even just we were following, but I don't know the all the terminologies, just we attend the meeting, that's it, okay. So sprint planning is this, and every day it will every day uh, happens, that is called scrum call or stand up call or status call, whatever we say. Okay, scrum call, stand up call, every day it's up to them when they are going to but this will be managed by the um, scrum master. Okay, all these meetings will be managed by scrum master. We don't need to worry. uh, we are not going to schedule it. Okay, he will not have anything. He just he will do these things only. Okay, he maintains the Jira, all things, whether it is proper or not, and all those things. Okay, so every day scrum call. In this everyone will be there again. Okay, so business analyst, sometimes he will be there, sometimes he will not be there. So normally business analyst, how it will be, for two projects, for three projects, same business analyst will be there, because just getting requirements, right? They are not going to code, and they are not going to test, right? So and this is more having okay, so here we are going to discuss like any blockers or some status of your stories which you picked up or assigned to you, that will be discussed. Status of stories, what you are working yesterday, what you worked, what is the status, and those kind of stuff. Whatever you are working, that status. If you blocked something, you need some information, such kind of need to discuss here. Okay, so everyone will be in same phase, and everyone will understand what you are doing. Okay, they can question you also when it is going to complete also. Okay, because here no managers and nothing, right? So just these people, that's it. So if you need some help also, you can raise here. Okay, I stuck something and I need some help of some person xxx who is very good in that area. Okay, because every day when you are speaking, you will be knowing who is good in what in your project. Okay, this happens every day. So next, just two meetings are there. Those are like sprint retrospective and first will be not sprint retrospective, sprint review. This happens, okay, last day of the sprint sometimes. Okay, or last before day, it is okay. When it is going to happen is while completing. For me, for us, what is happening, it is yeah, last day only, last day of the sprint it happens. Okay, every Friday it happens, every alternative Friday it happens to us. Friday morning and Friday afternoon it happens. Sprint retrospective, what we discuss here, just to let me tell you. Okay, so just four things: backlog grooming, okay, and sprint planning. This is sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning. So if you know these technologies, that's it. You don't need so much information about like what is the process in projects followed. Okay, that's it, this area. And one more thing, this story points estimation that I will tell you, just there will be one process will be, okay, sprint retrospective review. First sprint review, here we not we developers demo will give demo to the business owners or stakeholders, we say. This one question comes here. Okay, uh, anything, maybe anything. Okay, but it's try to better to know this because I will tell you while explaining your roles and responsibilities in your current project in the first question itself. Okay, when they ask you your introduction, I will tell you how to explain introduction. Okay, how to make it in our way. Okay, so interview goes in our way. Interview starts from here. Okay, when it starts from here, we are confident about these things, right? So it is very good. We start with our way, how we wanted, which we know very, very good. Okay. Developers gives the demo on stories which they worked. Okay, which completed. I can say. Okay. To the business holders. Okay, here involved business holders, business stakeholders, something whatever. Business stakeholders, we say, means who gives us requirements to BA, those people. I mean to say, suppose for every project there will be some owner, right? Who, suppose there is a bank. Okay, suppose they wanted to make it digitalization. There will be one person who will be driving that specific thing how they wanted. Suppose there is a providing insurance, okay, from HDFC. There will be one guy who handles the digitalization of HDFC application. Okay, who takes care of what kind of functionalities will be should be there in the web application and how things should be to the users. So that guy will involve in these meetings. So if you want some modification or if he feels that I given this requirement but I wanted to some change, okay, so all things he will manage. He will attend and see how, because we need to open the application and we need to show this is what I have done, this is what I have done in this user story. Developers are going to demo those things. So it is in 15 days itself, the productivity is visible to the stakeholders. Maybe 4 stories or maybe 5 stories based on the developer number of developers, but it is visible. Every sprint, it is a productive actually. Okay, that's why uh, everyone and like follows agile process. So sprint retrospective here, like just what went well and what not went well, and is there any better way which we can do? These all discussion happens and like is there any some action items to uh, take for next sprint? Okay, that all things they will discuss. Okay, let's take one example. Suppose, okay, for one story, okay, in sprint retrospective, what I will say, when this meeting starts, okay, this also happens for the at last day, okay, mostly what kind of things will be discussed here, okay, uh, what went well, we say sprint is uh, like everyone will have their own opinions about one sprint. Okay, so there will be all the people will be there. So I will say, uh, based on my stories, I will say this went well and smooth. Okay, and someone will say, okay, uh, uh, I felt I may not complete because of some challenges. Somehow completed, but that should not happen in that way. Why? Because some dependency was there and they were not responded. Okay, uh, not responded properly. it should not happen like this. Okay, and we should uh, make sure uh, we should get quick reply from them. These kind of things. Okay, I face some challenge. It should not happen. Okay, for others it may smooth, but according to my story it is not went well. For this, what is the action item which we can take to avoid in the next sprint? Here action item will be uh, scrum master. Okay, scrum master will speak with the team and he will explain uh, dependency things and how it should be for us, for our team. Okay, how quickly we need will happen in smoother way. Okay, it's not uh, like just we send a mails and he will uh, arrange some meeting between, suppose if needed, with developers, between that other team. So such kind of things happens based on the action item which we are going to take for to avoid the things, to avoid things which are we are getting stuck. Okay, so this is first one. And here in these meetings, okay, in the sprint retrospective, okay, stakeholders will not be there. Okay, here stakeholder also will involve in the sprint review. Is, as I said, someone will be there from any of the, so but here no stakeholder in any of the meetings other than this, no stakeholder, remaining all will be there. Okay, any question here? We are going to start with now. uh, what is your roles and responsibility in your current project? They are going to ask you. Okay, in that how we should explain. Okay, before explaining to that, I will explain one more thing. Story points. What does mean by story points? Uh, this is calculation of your complexity of the user story. Okay, that everyone should agree to up to some complexity, and how it is calculated. How story points are calculated. Calculated. This is okay. Will be discussed in in the backlog grooming, and these people will be there, right? Okay, when BA explains us user story, and everyone are clear about, very much clear about what needs to be done, and complete information is there, then we estimate the, okay, complete information is there and understood and complete information is there, then only we do. Okay, otherwise we cannot estimate, right, how much days, how much time it takes to complete. Understood and complete information is there, then we go for estimation. Estimation is called story point, providing, giving story points. Okay, how this happens and try to understand. Okay, there are multiple techniques, but be simple. Okay, don't be like there are some other techniques that I will tell you tomorrow, but simply just mention like estimations will happen in terms of story points. A story point is, in some projects it will be like for 8 hours work which is going to take, that they consider one story point. Some people, okay, some people uh, decides based on the hours it takes. Some people will consider, some people in the sense the entire team will come to conclusion that based on the hours we need to give the estimation or complexity of the user story. Okay, these have again relation. Okay, so from your side have very clear information, have very clear in mind that we give based on the hours which it takes to complete. You in the sense developers will take care. Okay, from our side testing point of view, by adding we need to give. Okay, so testing point of view, suppose I need 8 hours. Okay, developers given suppose 3 story points. Okay, as a tester if you give one it will be 8 hours if we say. Okay, but some story given 1 hour for developers. Okay, and you need 16 hours of, but as a testing point of view there are many users need to test, there are many users login, so many things are there, then you say I need 2 story points, but this will be calculated combined with testing and development efforts. So that's why in every meeting you will be there and you need to speak every day with so much proactively. Okay, and you need to be so much focused actually all these things, otherwise it will come to on your head. Suppose some story is going to take 2 days, but if you given 0.5 story point 0.5, that is 4 hours I given somehow by mistakenly, it's it is burden on you only. Okay, and again you need to make understand to all the people and need to make it like I expected 4 hours, but this is happening from last 2 days, I am not able to complete still. That explanation, it is very difficult to make it in every day. Any questions here till now? So we are going to discuss about how to explain roles and responsibilities by adding the uh, this one, our agile process, because so many points we are going to say. Yeah.
Hari, here with respect to the story points, right? So whenever we are giving point, like from testing perspective, like we will give a point, say like 2 story points, something like that. But a developer also will say like with respect to his development effort, like back end or front end, he will give some story points. So how do we arrive at a common story point? Say like he has given 8 story points, I have given 2 story points. Like what story points would that story will have at the last?
So here, whenever you give some story points, like uh, suppose developer has given, suppose you given two, okay, for one story, you need to give explanation why it need that much time. We have 10 users to log in and need to check whether that rule is applicable for all the users or not. Suppose there is some button, that is button is admin button. Okay, admin button, or let's say products, uh, adding product. Okay, adding product in Amazon, let's take Amazon, need to add a products, new products which is available, need to add. Suppose there are so many different roles of users will be there in the application. Suppose 20 users can add the one product, means they have rights to add, means they are having access to add the products. So you need to test with the 20 users, right? So I am going to give you explanation. I need to log in with all the users and I need to test, so I need this much time. So everyone, if they have some different point of view, they will, we need to discuss there. Okay, we need to convince the people whatever you need with the better explanation. That's it. There is no it's not like a fighting kind of thing. Just we say this is what I am going to do, this is what I want, that's it. So there, the way you convince the people, the work which you have for current, for a particular user story, that we need, you need to convey in better way. This is what need to be done, this is what all the efforts will be there in that to complete.
Okay.
And everyone should agree for this. Okay,
Okay.
in that meeting we need to convince. If they have some, okay, if the developer says no need to log in with so many users, okay, just log in with 5 users randomly and test it, then you can say okay fine, I am okay with that, I will be okay with one story point. If they say in that way, suppose something, some better approach, something, if they explains us in a better way, you can reduce it, no problem. So based on the discussion which you do in that meeting, that will be decided. Okay.
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 And with respect to automation, right? In Agile, like how do we do that? Like we do it for the current sprint, or how is it automation is carried in Agile?
Here in Agile, there are some challenges in automation side. Okay. Suppose I am an automation engineer. Okay. So first, in the sprint planning itself, will be discussed about automation. Discussion will be decided, are we going to automate in the same sprint in next sprint. Why? Because there is some sprint going on. I got user story for testing on Thursday and Friday is the last day. Suppose Thursday evening, suppose because of some reasons it got Thursday evening. Okay, so in that case what happens? And it is decided that automation also need to be done every user story in the same sprint. That case, this user story also will go to next sprint, that is called spillover in the sense it is not completed here, it has to go to next sprint also. Once you are done, you will be closing that in the next sprint. Okay, so if normally we need to tell according to the Agile process, we are going to automate in the same sprint. I will tell you what is the process. Okay, some challenges also there, that also we will discuss. If not completed on, not able to complete automation in that story, in that particular sprint, what to do, okay, that also we will see. So here, what is the challenge? Okay, let's take 5 user stories are taken by developers. when sprint starts, you will get in 2 days one story for testing, and next one you got, suppose, because 5 user stories means there are 2 to 3 developers. Okay, it's not like one developer. Okay, so obviously you will get in one, or like based on the complexity of the story, you will get in 2 days one of them, and one of them you got after 4 days, because two developers consider one guy started one story and one guy started other story, so you will get it in 2 days one story, and 4 days, in 4 days one story. You will be automated, you will be able to automate it, because you have 15 days time, 15 days time current sprint. That means 2 weeks, for like 10 working days. Okay, you can say. So this you will be able to complete it. And other stories, okay, 2 stories you got here, and you will be able to complete in next 1 day or 2 day. In next 2 days we will be able to complete it, the development automation. Okay, when it comes is last day of the sprint or before last day, if it is come from dev to QA some story, we give a story, right? Based on that we are going to complete it. Okay, automation also. Yeah. Story comes in the last day of the sprint, somehow because of something, you to highlight this point in scrum call. Okay, from project sprint is going to end, suppose this Friday. Okay, today is Wednesday. Okay, suppose today is Wednesday. Okay, and scrum meeting is happening, and here developer is saying this will come, this story is come, or this estimation completion date is, because whenever it is coming the end of the sprint, we are going to ask estimation times to the developers. What is the estimation time? So if he says Thursday, okay, if he says Thursday, we need to highlight that as a QA. If it is going to come Thursday to QA, okay, I may not be able to complete the automation in the current sprint at the last day of Friday. Okay, it may go to the next sprint also. In next sprint starting days I will complete it. It will be agreed. Okay, because if it comes on Thursday evening, suppose, it is not easy to complete automation, right? So everyone will agree, but you need to highlight the point. That is the main important thing. From QA point of view, what you can do, what you cannot do when sprint deadline is coming, that needs to be highlighted from Wednesday itself by yourself. You need to inform the team. What you can do, what you cannot do, what cannot be completed. In that case, I will test manually, Okay, and automation I will pick in the next sprint starting of the days. It's clear your point, Manjunath?
Yeah, Hari. So in real time, right? In real time, like, do we do it in the same sprint or the next sprint?
Yeah, we are doing in the same sprint.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
same
Do
sprint
we
we
al-
need to say.
do we also demo this in the sprint review, the automation?
Uh, it's up to the project to project, it varies again.
Okay.
If they ask us to demo, we demo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So many people will not interested in this actually.
Correct. Correct. True.
Just they wanted to see, just open the application, just to explain the uh,
Yeah.
functionality. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Very few cases it will be there. In my project, it is not there. Through automation, we
Okay.
don't execute
Okay. Okay.
because
Fine.
in Jira we will have the automation status, whether it is green or not, means passing or not. Also, we can see in the Jira.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so no one bother about actually.
Okay.
Okay, so that is one. Uh, and is there anything? Okay, I thought to explain something. Okay, roles and responsibilities. When you someone is asked you about what is your roles and responsibilities in our current project, we are going to speak so many things from the agile. Okay, in the roles and responsibilities. Okay, I will tell you. At least 2 to 3 points we are going to tell from here. Okay, so first what we say, understanding requirements. Okay, every place requirements of the I will tell you, yeah, I wanted to explain about Jira. Okay, what things are will be there about and how tracking will be done, complete about sprint. Okay, this agile process will show you that whether you worked or not. I can understand very easily if someone is not working. If he coming for interview, I can easily identify that guy is not working. If he says I am working in agile, okay, easily I can identify with one question. Just if I ask what is story point, okay, if someone is going without experience, I can identify that guy with two questions or one question easily. So understanding here roles and responsibilities, understanding requirements of the functionality, uh, understanding requirements is fine. For the application, we can say understanding the requirements of the application. Next one, okay. I attend all the meetings in instead of this. If we want to say better, um, yeah, I attend backlog grooming and understand the requirements. No. How we can say better? Understanding requirements of the application. I attend daily status calls. Scrum calls. I attend Scrum call. I want to make it in better wording formation. Just I attend daily Scrum calls. So here see, okay, here we are going to highlight. I am following agile process. That's why we are saying this one Scrum call. Okay, this Scrum call will not be there if it is some project is not following agile process. Okay, that every day doesn't happen if it is not agile process. They will have their own way of meeting and clarifying the things. Okay, I attend daily Scrum calls. So mm, we'll make it better. These 2 points will make it better. Okay, just wanted to say what is the flow of while you say uh, your roles and responsibility. You should be in the proper order. Okay, what we do end to end. Okay, we will make it better formation. Okay, execute and report the team lead. Okay, there is a testing artifacts. Okay, one what is there? What is meant by this testing artifacts is I will tell you. Or we say testing artifacts are this is people may call sign off. Okay, but it's better to call it as testing artifacts because I will tell you what is meant by this point properly. Okay, any queries here in this? if you do we miss something to add here? I automate the scenarios and I execute the report and report. I execute and report to the team lead, and I report the bugs. Do you feel something we are missing? I will tell you point by point. How much time
regression
we
suit,
sorry?
regression suit or regression failures that we need to maintain.
Mm-hmm. I report the bugs if any. I execute. Fine.
Yeah.
This can be okay release wise, because release wise also we might need to execute, and sprint wise also we do based on the project to project varies. Okay, normally from our side we do for every release we execute, and uh, we give the results. Release every month it happens really. Every month one release happens to us. Okay, it's up to you how you wanted to say. We can say for every two sprint, someone can say 3 sprints. What is mean by release? Whatever stories are getting developed, that will go into live environment. Okay, whatever enhancements, whatever are new functionalities is getting added, that will go to live environment. That is called release. Okay, so you need to make sure that all things are working fine. The user stories which are worked in the last 2 sprints or 3 sprints, whatever duration which happened for release. Okay, so this I will more explain actually a few things here, uh, like that maybe tomorrow. So here testing artifacts, let's discuss this because this is a new thing for few people maybe. Whoever are not working, just try to understand this. What will be there in the testing artifacts? Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
there is a production environment. What do you mean by the production environment?
Production environment. Okay. Uh, so normally production environment is like you tested on the QA environment. Okay. Something. Production environment is the one which uh, like before in the release happened, suppose. Okay, there is a there will be like again what how we can say is that is a copy of the live environment. Okay, we can say uh, there is a live environment, right? Suppose you have Amazon application and there is a one more production environment. If something happens in this live environment, immediately you can activate this production environment. Okay, so it's a copy of the live environment directly. Whatever you have something in production environment, that should be in the live environment also. Okay,
Yes.
so you are going to release into these two environments, live environment and production environment. All things are done and you are going to release in these environments. Few people may not have production directly live environment. Depends on the kind of application. Suppose if it is a banking applications, okay, they will have, because if something happens or something goes down, something, okay, immediately they will move to other environment. Just they switch it. You got it, Parthasarathi?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Got it.
Just a copy. Everything should be there in the both. Okay. Few people may not have production. Okay, directly live. That's it. Few people will call production environment is live environment. Okay, it's up to them how it is. There are, for QA side, we don't need to bother all those actually. From our side, we test in QA. If it is working. Developers will test on their environment, dev environment. Okay, once it is working here, we say working fine. If it is not working in production environment, okay, that we need to compare now. Like how you missed the that functionality in QA environment. Is something requirement is not clear, or acceptance criteria of the user story. That I will tell you what is meant by acceptance criteria. What is meant by acceptance criteria? Application should work like this, or suppose there is acceptance criteria like when I click on this link, contact us link, it should navigate to new page and should display with one image, okay, company logo and the few URLs, okay, about us on the below of the application. Suppose that is acceptance criteria, okay, and that acceptance criteria will be written under user story. Okay, that we will take one Jira sample trial period of 1 week and just we will list out things actually. Okay, so that is that way acceptance criteria is there. So if acceptance criteria is all conditions is not met in production, and if it is working in QA, you will have a clear report. Okay, I tested here, this is working fine. That is not working, why? Is there any changes happened by the developer, okay, for this present for the particular functionality, that we need to understand. Yeah, your question is clear?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, so you need to understand what all things will be there in the testing artifacts. There will be one document that is 3 to 4 pages document which we need to submit every release. Here overview I will tell you highlights what all things will be there. Okay, in first page you will have project information. What does mean by project information? Project ID, project name, developers, QAs, this list, okay, who is working on what. This it will be table kind of structure. Okay, one table will be there, headings of like project information and comments. Okay, and the project information, this like we can maintain how we wanted, and the template will be given by the our manager or someone, okay, to maintain. That is don't no need to worry, just highlights and overview, just try to learn it. Okay, so QAs and all things will be there. Okay, now second page, okay, page 2 will have requirements list which are going in the current release. Every story will have ID, story ID, right? Story ID will be there. So that list of story IDs will be there. Okay, story ID and description of the story in one line. Okay, it's not like so much information. Okay, description one line in one line. What is the functionality? Okay, navigation of contact as link. Story ID is CG, like story ID is something. Okay, yes, 127 something 1270, so whatever. So story ID and little description, that's it. So requirements list in the current release, story ID is description of story. So and the next point what will be there is, okay, automation or manual, whatever approach is there. Suppose manual testing, or let's consider automation is there, whatever. So for all stories, right, it will be in stable structure again. Okay, stories list will be in stable structure. CG120 navigation of contactors, CG121 something. So how many test cases are covered, or how many scenarios are there, how many scenarios, that information also will be there in that. Suppose contact as link, I have written 3 automation scenarios in BDD approach. So I am going to mention that 3 numbers you need to give there. Suppose only we don't have automation for some project, only manual is there. So how many test cases there? Test cases comes there. How many test cases? Okay, now you got it right. Now testing results. How do you give testing results? We need to attach the screenshots of the our results, or path of your folder structure, your common share path where these are maintained. You need to give path as well as and results. See, okay, above you are giving number of scenarios, the same number should match in the results also. Okay, you given contact, you given for one module contact as 2 scenarios. Okay, in the results also should that should be visible, 2 scenarios, and that is with the past status. Got it? Bugs information. Okay. Whatever stories are going for the current release. Okay. How many bugs were identified and how many were closed, how many were deferred, how many were open still, and if it is something is open, what is the reason? Are these going to fix in some other sprint, in feature sprint? Okay, so complete information should be there. Yeah, these are the things which will be there. Any question here? If anything missed, I will add tomorrow and I will explain you.
What document it is, Hari? Like, what's the name? Like,
that is testing artifact.
okay, all this information will be present in that document, is it?
Yeah, you need to prepare it.
Okay, for every sprint.
No, for every release.
Okay, okay.
Not sprint wise, release wise.
Okay.
And that should be all the releases related information will be tracked somewhere again.
Okay.
Suppose I am in my project, I am in sprint 37. Okay, we have almost 17 testing artifact documents, because
Okay.
my for every 2 sprints 1 release is there. Okay, 37 by 2, almost
16.
17, 18. Okay,
Hmm.
18 documents we have created. All things are there.
Okay.
So in that way, release 1, release 2, release 3, release 4, or January release, February release, something. Okay, February 1.2. Suppose in 1 month there are 2 releases. Suppose somehow because of something reason. Okay, that information. So everything. So this is very. It helps to the like uh, at the end of the when it comes to release, they will have clear information right in front of them. What is going to this release? Okay, this need
Okay.
to be submitted before release. Okay, not after the release. There is a release for me. Suppose next Monday. Okay, I need to give information this Thursday or Wednesday itself. Okay, based on your scenarios which you automated and what is the status and based on that status, but testing artifacts will be submitted by testers. Okay, not the other people. So that's why you need to have clear picture what should be done. Or suppose Monday release is there, you can submit on Friday morning. Depends on project to project and how they give the guidelines, because they will explain us first. We are not going to take decision when to send and what to send. Okay, this template also will be given by the them. Okay, what they wanted. Okay, for the release, each release. Okay, in earlier my project, this is the one which I have. In the current my current project, okay, we don't have testing artifacts. These kind of report, but I need to send a mail. Okay, not this much clear information, but some information. Results I need to attach, and bugs information I need to give in the mail. That is called sign of mail we call in my project. In earlier project we have testing artifacts. Clear this one?
Yeah.
Project to project they expect in different way. Okay, they follow in different way. So from your side, be clear your mind. Okay, you don't need to be 100% correct, because project to project it varies. So he cannot say this should be like this, why it is like this. Project to project it varies, and company to company it varies. Even in same company, project to project this process is varied based on the scrum master or BA. uh, they will decide how they wanted in my project. So others cannot comment on saying that this is not the right way. In my project I am following like this, that I need to say. Okay, we are not going to say in entire industry is following like this, right? So this must be mentioned in the uh, roles and responsibilities. It adds to the advantage to us, because we are very clear what to explain, right? We know what is this. Just to search in the Google also, testing artifacts document once. Okay, sample document, you will get it. Okay, so this information will be there. So that's it for today, and this we will see. I will show you screenshots or by taking a trial license and all these things, but all things related to sprint related stuff. Okay, is maintained in Jira. Okay, so go to YouTube channel and try to watch Jira tutorial, one of them. We don't need so many things about Jira, just we need a basics, like uh, how it is visible and how to raise a bug in Jira. Okay, if I want to change the status of one user story, how it is, because this is my not company, yeah, like my client laptop. So this here nothing is there actually. This is just my laptop for to use it, but it's not the company laptop, which I don't have anything here actually. it's like kind of my personal laptop. So my client laptop is a different one, and I cannot open anything actually. Okay, that's it for today. And this Excel sheet I will send
Hari,
you. Yeah,
one last question, sorry.
yeah, no
So
problem.
with respect to the test cases, right? How are we maintaining that test cases in Agile? Like, do we write in Excel or like how are we maintaining?
Yeah, there is a we can maintain in Jira also. Okay, there is a one plugin which we need to add in Jira if you want to maintain in Jira. Okay, that plugin name I will tell you. Zephyr plugin, something else.
It's Zephyr, I guess, Hari.
I think so. Zephyr plugin. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think so. Maybe Zephyr. Okay, I will tell you. Yeah, if you have like a project for every project, or sorry, for Jira, there will be some contact persons if you want to add something. Okay, so if you request them to add, I want to add test cases, so they will add the plugins.
Okay.
So you will get the functionality to add test cases there.
Okay, thank you.
Like most of the projects, they don't maintain in there. In automation side, suppose one project is completely automation approach. Okay, we will not write test cases also. We will have BDD scenarios under the story. That's it. So no test cases maintained separately. The scenario itself is in automation. We can say test cases, right?
For functional testing, also like we just validate the story, right? Scenarios and all, like we don't.
Based on the acceptance criteria, we are going to have the scenarios. How many you wanted?
Okay.
For each story, maybe 4, 5 scenarios, like that.
Okay.
And current approach, okay, currently the scenario is slowly changing actually. What is happening? There is a pyramid model approach is coming into the market. Okay, what is pyramid model is like developers will have unit testing. Okay, in unit testing they will be covering few scenarios. Okay, however, we write automation scenarios, they write in unit test some scenarios to test their user stories. Okay, developers also will write unit testing, actually unit testing scenarios. So in my current project, actually what is happening, it is already moved to pyramid model. What is happening? Okay, just try to understand it. Don't say in interviews end of places about this process. Okay, just try to learn, just try to know, that's it, you have information. Okay, what is happening? Like once it is moving to the QA, one story, once before moving, okay, suppose they wanted to move to the QA one story, they are explaining to QA, this is what is covered in unit testing. These are the scenarios I covered in unit testing. Okay, we got some guidelines from the QA lead saying that whichever are scenarios are covered in unit testing, don't cover in automation. Okay, don't cover in automation which is covered by already unit testing. So if you want to cover more from testing perspective in unit testing itself, just guide to the developer or explain to the developer what scenarios you wanted to cover in unit testing more, so that you don't want to cover in automation. That I can guide them based on the story and based on the functionality, the scenarios which I needed, I can guide them to develop from there itself. So what is the role here, automation tester now then? That is the question mark. Okay, what role I am doing? Okay, as a automation engineer, what I am doing is they are covered all of them in unit testing, because and I also told them to cover one more scenario based on the story. So and guidelines are come from lead saying that don't cover in automation which are covered in unit testing. So just what I am doing as a QA, just I am having one end-to-end scenario for that story that is completely positive scenario. Okay, end-to-end positive scenario, that's it. Everything is covered in unit testing. So automation role is getting decreased. Okay, this approach is like I heard from Rahul Sethi, some other people also about this, like everywhere it is coming to the picture. So maybe in future it may be that like automation
Yeah,
engineers are
actually,
not needed, only SDET needed something.
in my current organization, no developer also trying to do the automation. So basically, they are saying like it's a T-shaped model, like everyone should do everything. So they are writing the automation test cases. I mean, unit tests they are writing in BDD, but they are also getting involved in automation testing.
Yeah. So actually, our role is getting decreased actually, but all the projects are not moved to that place. Some companies which are like very advanced and very good companies, they are moving already. Okay, that is fine anyway. Automation means it's not only functional testing, right? It's also like API testing and so many things will be there, right? So no problem for.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we should be ready with some other technology also with in our mind.
Bro,
Not now, but after 2 to 3 years.
if a developer will be test the unit testing, they will be test on the dev environment, no, not the QA environment.
Yeah, development environment. But still, if
So in my experience, developer tested in which I got a Jira. The developer tested in dev environment. There is no issue. Their file generate to source file generate in source location folder and archive it when it transfer to target. But when I want to test it, that file is not generated in the source location in QA environment. So it will be
okay. Let's consider they are testing development environment. Okay, the same scenarios can't be tested in testing environment. They can be tested, right? They can be executed, right?
Yes.
By changing the URL. What is the problem? That will give the results, right?
See, a unit test, like they write it as part of, whenever they try to deploy anything, right? Unit test will be run actually, right? So
Yeah.
whenever they try to deploy in dev or QA, those respective unit tests will be triggered.
Yeah. Anyway, but roles are getting decreased actually. Yeah. How? But it will not be completely vanished. But maybe for every project, suppose earlier 3 automation engineers are there for one project, it may come to 1, like that I mean to say.
Maybe we also need to do full stack or something like that.
Don't know, but need to find out something.
Yeah.
Parallel to our work or parallel to our job. We need to be ready with something else also, not only this. Okay, fine. Yeah, we will discuss tomorrow if any questions are there. Already it's so much late actually. Okay, fine. Thanks. Bye.
Fine.
Thank you. Bye.